Have you ever felt upset or wanted revenge on someone who did something wrong to you? Have you wished you could make them go through what you did? Have you ever used your time and energy to think of ways to make them pay, or to make them feel ashamed or harmed? If you said yes to any of these, you're not the only one. Everyone has someone they think of as an enemy. It could be someone we're up against, someone who talks bad about us, or someone close who hurt us. But imagine there's a better strategy for dealing with them that doesn't involve conflict or harshness. Instead, it's about being wise, acting with goodness, and staying in control. This approach not only gets rid of your enemies, but also helps you improve as a person, living without bad feelings and in peace with yourself and the world. This approach is called Stoicism. Stoicism shows us that the only things we can truly control are our own thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Everything else is outside our control, not really important, and always changing. So we should focus on what's in our control and accept what's not, without letting it upset our peace. Stoicism isn't about not caring or being passive. It's about being active and logical, living in a way that's true to ourselves and guided by reason. It gives us the strength to handle any difficulty, barrier, or tough situation with bravery, smarts, and respect. How does Stoicism teach us to overcome our enemies without actual fighting? Here are 9 strategies inspired by Stoic philosophy. Number 1. Viewing challenges as teachers. Imagine the people who oppose you are actually there to teach you something important. The first step in handling conflicts without fighting is to see these opponents as life lessons. Instead of thinking of them as bad, see them as helping you grow by testing your limits and showing you your weak spots. They're like mirrors, showing where you need to get better. Marcus Aurelius, a wise ancient leader, said that the best revenge is not to act like those who hurt us. He believed in using our struggles as chances to improve ourselves. So, when faced with challenges from others, use it as a chance to become stronger and smarter. Marcus Aurelius suggests that before we point out someone else's mistakes, we should ask ourselves if we have similar flaws. This way of thinking encourages us to recognize our own faults before we judge others, leading to more humility and understanding. So, rather than feeling angry or wanting revenge, we should be thankful for what these challenges teach us, offer kindness, hope for their well-being, and think about making peace. See your enemies not as dangers, but as gifts that help you learn more about yourself and grow. By doing this, you reduce the negative impact of your enemies and lift yourself up to a place of greater insight and kindness. This approach of learning from difficulties helps you improve as a person without having to fight. Number 2. Your judgment, not your enemy, shapes your feelings. The second important idea is to see that it's not really your enemy causing your pain. It's how you think about them. Your enemy can't make you feel anger, sadness, or fear by themselves. Instead, it's your own thoughts and how you react to what they do that shapes how you feel. Your enemy acts like a mirror, showing you what's going on inside your mind and emotions. They point out when your thinking is off, driven by emotions, or not making sense. This means your enemy helps reveal your unrealistic expectations and the strong feelings you have about what happens around you. Epictetus, a wise philosopher who overcame great personal challenges, said that what really upsets people isn't what happens, but how they think about it. He taught that it's not the things themselves that bother us, but our opinions about them. This idea reminds us to pay attention to our thoughts and how they influence our feelings. Recognizing that your enemy isn't the main cause of your stress, but instead triggers your own thoughts, gives you the chance to change how you react and build emotional strength. Epictetus teaches us that when people insult or hurt us, it's not the actions themselves that upset us, but how we think about them. This means we need to stop blaming everything on the outside world and start taking charge of how we interpret things and react emotionally. Instead of getting mad at your enemy, take a deep look inside yourself, question your beliefs, check your thoughts, and try to see things differently. View your enemy not as a source of suffering, but as someone who can unknowingly help you become more self-aware, wise, happy, and brave. With this approach, your enemy turns into an unexpected teacher who shows you how to find peace and let go of what you can't control. Realizing that your own thoughts can change your feelings gives you the strength to overcome hardship and find a deeper sense of freedom. Number 3. Understanding your enemy. The best way to deal with an enemy without fighting is to really understand them. This means figuring out why they became your enemy in the first place, what they want, and how they think. It's important to see them as they are, not as you imagine them to be, or as you've been led to believe. When you truly understand your enemy, you can avoid fights more wisely. You'll be able to predict what they're going to do, use their weaknesses to your advantage, and avoid unnecessary fights. Understanding them also shows you that they're human just like you, with their own flaws and struggles. This helps you see them as people who might be making bad choices rather than as evil beings. By understanding your enemy, you also learn about yourself. What makes you angry, what threatens you, and what challenges your beliefs. When you take a close look at why you react the way you do and what drives you, you start a journey of self-exploration. This deep dive into your thoughts and feelings helps you learn from your past mistakes, better yourself, and develop wisdom. Seneca, a highly respected Stoic thinker, put it simply, the best strategy to defeat an enemy is to turn them into a friend. This idea goes beyond just beating someone in a fight. It suggests that transforming an enemy into an ally can lead to deep personal change. This change isn't just about how you interact with others, but involves a deep dive into understanding both your own and your enemy's motives and viewpoints. By getting to know your enemy, you also get to know yourself better. You uncover what makes you upset, what scares you, and what goes against your beliefs. This process allows you to reflect on your behavior, learn from your errors, enhance your personality, and expand your wisdom. Number 4. Choosing not to react. Within the complex process of resolving conflicts without fighting, the fourth effective method is to simply ignore your opponent. This means making a deliberate choice to overlook their comments, actions, or even their existence. Pretend they're not important enough to be noticed. Ignoring them takes away the pleasure they get from trying to upset you, showing them that they can't affect your feelings or actions. By acting as if they're not worth your time, you send a strong signal that their attempts to bother you are useless and unimportant. Choosing to ignore your enemy allows you to concentrate on the important aspects of your life. It helps you avoid getting sidetracked by their attempts to distract you, enabling you to dedicate your energy to activities that are joyful, goal-oriented, and growth-promoting. This shift in focus helps you rise above conflict-related negativity and spend your time on enriching experiences. Ignoring distractions helps you live more in the present, appreciate the good around you, and look forward to the future with optimism. This idea is echoed by Marcus Aurelius, who believed the best way to overcome an enemy is not to become like them, suggesting a move away from revenge and towards personal advancement. By not engaging with your enemy, you protect yourself from negativity and embody resilience and wisdom. allowing you to cherish what truly brings value to your life. Number 5. Finding power in letting go. The fifth secret to dealing with enemies peacefully is the act of forgiveness. This means you decide to let go of any hard feelings, drop any long-standing issues, and stop looking for ways to get even. It's about getting over what happened, figuring out the reasons behind it, and moving on from the pain it caused. When you forgive someone, it's like removing a heavy load of anger and dislike, making your heart feel lighter and setting your spirit free from negativity. This action not only helps fix the hurt from fights, but also helps you find your peace again, balancing your emotions. Forgiving could also create chances for getting back on good terms, working together, or starting a new friendship. Deciding to forgive is a big step toward growing as a person, showing your real courage, niceness, and good values. It shows you're managing your emotions well and can go beyond wanting revenge. Forgiving means you're not stuck in a bad spot, but are moving forward, choosing to heal and get better. Epictetus, a wise teacher from the past, said, "Forgiving is better than seeking revenge because it shows a kind heart, but revenge shows a harsh one." This thought tells us that forgiving is a sign of being thoughtful and smart, showing that letting go of revenge is not just smart, but shows deep inner strength from choosing kindness over anger. By forgiving, you not only display your bravery, big heart, and good ethics, but also make it clear you're in charge of your emotions, guiding your life in a positive direction. Number 6. Using smarts over strength. The sixth approach in resolving conflicts without fighting is to be smarter than your opponent. This means using your brain, creativity, and smart planning to handle disagreements and come out ahead. By being clever, you show you can think ahead, avoid trouble, conquer hard challenges, and make things turn out the way you want. This way, you don't just keep yourself safe from problems, but also prove you're the one in control, able to guess and counteract what your enemy might do next. When you manage to outsmart your opponent, it can make them respect you, admire you, or even be a little scared of you. Showing how smart you are when faced with tough situations proves you're skilled, able to adapt, and excellent at what you do. It's more than just winning. It shows you're wise in dealing with conflicts. You're not just watching things happen, you're making moves to get the results you want. Cicero, a wise old thinker, said it best: "Being smart means turning every situation to your advantage." This wise advice suggests looking beyond what's happening right now and seeing tough times as chances to grow and get better. Outsmarting your enemy isn't just about being smart. It's about using your wisdom to flip difficult situations in your favor and show how strong and tough you can be. By being cleverer than your opponent, you can dodge problems, get past hard spots, and reach your goals. You might even surprise, confuse, or wow them. You can earn their respect, admiration, or even make them wary of you. Outsmarting them shows off how capable, creative, and outstanding you are. It's your chance to prove you're not just any ordinary person, but someone with great insight. You're not just another piece in the game. You're the one making moves. You're not on the losing end. You're the one coming out on top. Number 7. Choosing kindness in conflict. In our quest to end conflicts without physical confrontation, the seventh impactful approach is to tap into the incredible power of love. This means using kindness, empathy, and goodwill to bring about change. It's a revolutionary way of dealing with conflict that goes beyond traditional methods, encouraging us to wish the best for our enemies, act kindly towards them, and help them grow. Loving your enemy can change their hostility into understanding, heal their hurts, and even lead them to a better path. Also, This practice of love is a significant path to self-improvement, self-growth, and self-awareness. By picking love over hate, you don't just change the other person, you lift yourself to a higher level of awareness and moral strength. The incredible strength of love goes way beyond just how we deal with each other. It's powerful enough to change enemies into friends, rivals into partners, and disagreements into chances to work together. When you really show love, you create a space where broken relationships can heal, new friendships can start, and strong partnerships can grow. Choosing to respond with love instead of hate also highlights the best parts of who you are, your human side, your sacred qualities, and your inner beauty. It's like saying you're not about spreading negativity, but about bringing love into the world. This choice proves you're moving past basic urges, reaching a higher state that's almost divine, showing you're not just stuck in the conflict, but actively part of fixing it. Marcus Aurelius, a wise leader and thinker from the past, put this idea simply: the best revenge isn't to act out, but to be better. His words push us to think beyond getting back at others, and instead aim for a higher way of living, filled with love and kindness. Number 8. Practice patience. In the journey of overcoming conflicts without fighting, an 8th key strategy is the practice of patience. This means taking a step back, calming your immediate reactions, and giving time and space for situations to unfold before responding. Patience allows you to see the bigger picture, understanding that quick reactions often lead to mistakes or escalation. By being patient, you give yourself the chance to respond with clarity and wisdom, rather than from a place of immediate emotion. This approach helps in reducing misunderstandings and in building stronger, more respectful relationships. It teaches us that waiting and watching can often be more powerful than immediate action, guiding us towards peaceful resolutions and deeper self-control. Number 9. Talk it out. Another important way to fix problems without fighting is to talk things over. This means having a calm conversation with the person you're having trouble with. Instead of keeping all your feelings inside or letting them out in a harmful way, you share what's bothering you and listen to their side too. This can help clear up any confusion and might show you both that you're not as different as you thought. Talking can turn a bad situation into a chance to make your relationship better and show that working through problems by communicating is a powerful tool for peace. The Stoic philosophy presents a deep guide for not just facing others without fighting, but also for tackling the challenges within ourselves. By adopting these 9 transformative strategies, you start a process of self-renewal, not destroying who you truly are, but rather the mistaken beliefs of ego, arrogance, and unawareness that hide your real self. Stoicism teaches us that the real battle is with the inner enemies, clearing the way for you to become the best you can be. By choosing to understand, ignore, forgive, outsmart, and love, you break down the walls blocking your path to goodness, wisdom, and joy. Are you ready to take this journey of self-exploration and growth? The Stoic path is open, offering a life filled with deep satisfaction and meaning. If these age-old lessons strike a chord with you, we invite you to engage and join our community, committed to diving into wisdom and goodness together. Let's take this journey towards Stoicism's highest values, improving our lives and the lives of others, aiming for a balanced and enlightened life. Until next time.